The Senate Republicans just gave Elizabeth Warren a big, fat political gift. They managed to take a speech that she was delivering, a speech against the nomination of Jeff Sessions to be Attorney General, that would have gotten this much attention and made it into a huge political story over the past 24 to 36 hours. Indeed, you wonder what exactly they might have been thinking. Now, the backstory here is Senator Warren, freshman from Massachusetts, of course, opposing the Sessions nomination, as most Democrats are. The Democrats were having one of these all-night talkathons, and she's giving a speech, and she's reading from a letter back in 1986 by Coretta Scott King. This had to do with, I actually covered this hearings, had to do with then prosecutor Sessions trying to get confirmed to a federal judgeship. That was unsuccessful, but his civil rights record was called into question, including by Coretta Scott King. So Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, decides to invoke a Senate rule that's violated all the time, basically, saying you can't disparage another senator, because Jeff Sessions, the nominee, of course, was at the moment a sitting senator from Alabama. And once Warren was warned, and she kept reading this letter, there was a pure party line vote, and she was silenced. She can't speak anymore on the Sessions nomination. Well, how upset do you think Elizabeth Warren was about that? She's been giving interviews all over the place. She's been deflecting questions about how this helps her 2020 presidential campaign, if indeed she does run for president. And she's been saying, basically, I will not be silenced, that they can invoke this rule and keep her off the Senate floor in this particular battle, but she can speak out, of course, in every other forum. Now, Mitch McConnell is a very shrewd tactician, so I think he had to know that by using this Rule 19, he would create a big story. And so perhaps from his point of view, he was trying to make Elizabeth Warren into the face of the Democratic opposition, or he might say obstructionism, against various Trump nominees. Because while Elizabeth Warren is very, very popular with what I'll call the Bernie wing of the Democratic Party, as an anti-Wall Street crusader and populist, she is obviously controversial and not all that popular among Republicans and maybe even some independents. So I think he wanted to make her the face of the Democratic opposition. For Elizabeth Warren, I mean, come on, she's got a book coming out. She is one of the few nationally known Democrats who have a kind of a decimated bench. She may well want to run for president. She didn't in 2016. I always thought she was afraid that she would get hammered, not just on the relative inexperience of being a freshman senator, but not having any record at all in foreign policy. But the Democrats don't have that many stars. The Republicans just made Elizabeth Warren a bigger star. Obviously, this is the kind of story that will only last for a couple of days. But with even Hillary Clinton tweeting about not being silenced and so forth, it has given Democrats, and particularly Democratic women, a talking point, a rallying cry, and a chance for them to talk about something else other than Donald Trump.